Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sterling Channel 19. We are here on a gorgeous Thursday afternoon as Sterling is getting ready to take on Gateway here at home. Sterling currently 1-4 on the season, Gateway at 3-3. And Sterling right now coming off of a very tough loss on the road. They lost 20-1 in their last game.
And that was against the outstanding Audubon team, fielding probably one of their better teams they've had in a few years. And of course, they're usually a pretty good program, but they're on another level this year. Then you also had um, the game where you went against Haddonfield, West Deptford. So Sterling right now is in the midst of a very tough start based on the caliber of teams they're playing. They're playing some tough teams, and obviously Sterling's a younger team. You have kids learning on the fly, but definitely a team that I think is going to get better, a lot better, from game one to game 20 or however many games they play.
Yeah, and I believe four of their losses have all teams that are, I believe, in the top 10 in South Jersey. So they faced a lot of very tough teams early on in the slate, but I think as the schedule kind of gets easier, I think they'll kind of learn to see how they establish themselves as a team, and hopefully today they can really bounce back against Gateway. And they also have a guy to look forward to on the mound. They have Vaughn McVeigh pitching today, and he looked good in his last outing. He's 1-0 on the year with a 2 ERA. In 7 innings, he only allowed 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 9 hits, and 2 strikeouts, and a 300 batting average. And that's one of their better starters on this team.
No doubt, and I think what Vaughn McVeigh gives you is the ability to locate a good control picture. He's going to throw strikes, and that's what Sterling needs right now. And in the one game he pitched against Haddon Heights, really did a real nice job, located, threw strikes. But one of the big keys was also that they made plays behind him in the field. That's something Sterling's been struggling with. And Brian, that's something that's really you're going to see with a younger team. You're going to see inconsistency, and Sterling's seen that in the field. I know the last game they had a lot of errors, but again, that's another thing that once the kids get more comfortable with the speed of the game, it's going to get better as the season gets going.
Yeah, as we're going to take a look at the both teams' starting lineups today, and we're going to look at Gateway's first. Leading off for Gateway is number 5, Zach Brodsky. He'll be playing third base. Second is Sean Green. He'll be behind the dish. He's number 2. Batting third is Connor Barbado. He's going to be on the mound today. He's number 25. And then batting cleanup, number 24, Tony Tacanelli. He'll be playing second base. And then batting fifth, it's Ryan Sieber, who's number 28. He's playing first base. The DH is batting sixth. That's Nate Berry. He's number 35. And then it's going to be shortstop Peter Frombach, who's number 15. Batting eighth is Landon McGinnis in right field. He's number 11. And then batting ninth is Dylan Cruitt. He's in center field, and he is number 7. And we'll look at Sterling's starting lineup. Leading off is Dean Collins. He's number 5, playing second base. Batting second is Jason Camardo. He is at shortstop and number 4. And then batting third, it's Christian Ruiz in left. He's number 18. Batting fourth is Evan Miller. He's the DH today. He's number 15. Batting fifth is the catcher, Nate Schwartz. He's number 1. And batting sixth is Austin Allen. He is the third baseman for today, number 17. Batting seventh is Tony Sanchez in center field. He's number 14. Batting eighth is first baseman Anthony Gogolski. He's number 7. And batting ninth is right fielder Jake Clark. He is number 20.
And you just look down, Brian, you look down that batting order, you've got a sophomore, senior, sophomore, freshman, senior, junior, sophomore. So it's a young team, and I think the biggest thing is, and I talked to Coach K, is in some ways you got to have memory loss going from game to game, even sometimes inning to inning, and just keep battling. And in some of these games, forget what the score is. Just try and get better each at bat, each play in the field, and that's the challenge of what they're looking at with this team this season.
All right, so Sterling will take the field as we are about ready to get things underway. Again, Sterling is 1-4 to start this year, and the and Gateway is 3-3. And Sterling again looking for a bounce back after a tough loss 20-1 against Audubon. Again, it's Vaughn McVeigh on the mound. He's number 11 today. Again, another quick look at his stats. He's 1-0 on the year with a 2 ERA, 7 innings pitched, with just 2 earned runs, 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks, and he allows a batting average of .300. So he'll be looking to try and take care of this Gateway lineup today.
And the one thing, you know, when you're playing behind a guy like Vaughn McVeigh, it's something that fielders really like because he throws a lot of strikes, keeps the game going. I think sometimes when you get a pitcher and you're walking, you got a lot of walks, the fielders get out of rhythm and they lose their concentration, and that can really lead to games where there's a lot of errors. Not that that's an excuse at all, but you know, that's just, you hear major leaguers, they don't like it when you get pitchers that walk. They like to stay in the rhythm of, you know, having balls hit to them and making plays.
All right, so we see Sterling ending their quick fielding warm-ups, and it will be third baseman Zach Brodsky who will be leading off for the Gateway Gators this afternoon. Glad you're with us. I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Kevin Schulz. We are about ready to get things underway here at the Castle. And the first pitch of the day is taken high outside for a ball, 1-0. Comes the 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0.
Good hitters pitch here early on. 2-0 count.
High and outside, 3-0. Pretty much the same location with all 3 pitches.
Same pitches, just fading away on them.
3-0 to Brodsky. High and outside, it's ball 4, so that'll be a walk for Zach Brodsky.
The Channel 19 kiss of death. We were talking about how he hasn't walked. He's a control pitcher, really can find the strike zone. So that's my fault, Brian. I'm going to take the blame for that.
Hey, it's all good. We still have plenty of game to go. So,
and we're going to just say that's only going to last for a batter, and that's it.
So next it'll be catcher Sean Green. That was actually the first walk issued by McVeigh this season. First pitch taken high, 1-0.
And I think, you know, this is something where, and a lot of guys like that who have good mechanics, good ability to throw strikes. Sometimes you just got to correct yourself on the mound, figure out what you're doing wrong, take a second, maybe walk off the mound, and get hold of yourself a little bit and regroup.
Comes the 2-0 from McVeigh. Pitch outside, 3-0.
I know in the major leagues, that's one thing that Aaron Nole's having a tough time with the pitch clock. You don't have that time to slow the game down and regroup, and he's really struggling with it.
So another walk for McVeigh. That's 2 straight walks, so Green will take first. Brodsky now at second base, and Gateway already with a runner in scoring position. And it looks like we'll have a short mound visit as Schwartz going to talk it over with.
Yeah, good job by Schwartz going out there just to calm his pitcher down. You know, a freshman and a sophomore, so these guys are going to be battery mates for a long time now. So this is all great experience at the varsity level.
So here's Connor Barbado. He's actually on the mound today for Gateway. First pitch in for a strike.
And Gateway, you know, what do they have, a 3-3 record?
Yep, 3-3 record.
But definitely haven't played the teams the caliber of what Sterling's been going against.
0-1. Just a bit inside from the looks of it. really close pitch. It's 1-1. 1-1 from McVeigh. That's in for a strike on the inside corner. So now 1-2 to Connor Barbado. Gateway with runners at first and second early after back-to-back walks. And McVeigh will step off. Here comes the 1-2 from McVeigh. And
Wow.
just a bit outside.
Wow. Look,
That was close.
Close. That's the one when you're struggling, boy, you really want to get even more so than a normal situation.
2-2. Out to third, it goes foul. Nice play by the third base coach.
Not a bad pitch. Getting it in on the hands of the batter. They always say if you go inside, then the next one maybe go low and away.
They're going to try a pickoff move at second base. He's back in time.
But as I say that, locating it in different areas, you're not going to really do that as much when you're having trouble initially throwing strikes. So, you know, it might just be a situation where you just want to throw a strike, let your fielders take over from there. And then once you get to the point where you regroup, you get in some type of rhythm, then you can really worry more about locating.
So another step off here from McVeigh. Still 2-2 to Barbado. And delivers. Out towards foul grounds. It'll be out of play. So Barbado still fighting. With a 2-2 count. Runners at first and second for Gateway. And here it comes. Out towards left center field. Ruiz makes the catch. And there's one gone.
Good job by Vaughn McVeigh getting that first out and just really focusing on throwing strikes. And maybe, I don't know, you can't get into his head. Obviously, he's a real good control pitcher. Maybe he was trying to locate a little bit too much early on, missing the zone. Now he's just trying to throw strikes. Again, as I said, in an effort to eventually get back in the rhythm, and then he can start locating.
So Tacanelli takes a strike, 0-1.
And that's encouraging because that's the pitch that was going away consistently. Now it looks like he's found his spot. So that's a good sign, especially after getting the first out. Sometimes that's a confidence thing. You get it out, that can help you get where you need to be.
Yeah, because at first McVeigh started with 8 straight balls before throwing his first strike and eventually getting that out. That pitch in the dirt. 1-1 now to Tacanelli. Comes the 1-1, way outside. Just tuning in, one gone here in the top half of the first after back-to-back walks. Gonna try a throw back to second. It's not in time.
Not a bad thought. I mean, I like seeing him do this because sometimes if you are struggling to throw strikes, that's when you can forget about the runners. He's not doing that, and that's a credit to him. Something good to see from a sophomore.
So that 2-1 is fouled back. It'll be 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 from Tacanelli. I mean, to Tacanelli, and that pitch a bit high and outside, so it'll be a full count. Payoff pitch. Fouled back, and Tacanelli stays alive.
And for a hitter, that's a good situation to be in because you have a pitcher that's been struggling to throw strikes. It's 3-2. Most likely, you know you're going to get a fastball in that situation.
is set. Looks back at second. Here's the 3-2. And that's ball 4. Is that pitch taken just a little bit low? So that's the third walk of the inning for McVeigh. It'll load up the bases here for Ryan Sieber.
Interesting to see what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to bring the corners in and keep the middle infielders back at double play depth.
First pitch, swing and a miss.
Ball to the shortstop or second baseman. They'll try to get 2 and just let the run score. Anything at the corners, they're coming home.
Here's the 0-1. Out towards short, and that's going to get down. It's fair. Throw is cut off. And a run will score for Gateway, so that'll make it a 1-0 Gateway lead as that ball just barely landing just barely landing fair in shallow left.
That's a tough situation for the runner. If it's hit a little bit further, you can go halfway. When it's that close to the base, you almost have to hug the base because you don't know if it's going to be caught. So, and they almost, after it bounced, were in position to possibly have a play at the plate, but weren't able to have that happen.
Out to third. Tags the bag for 1. Throw on to first is in time. Nice double play made by Austin Allen as Gateway is going to have to settle for 1. They strand the bases loaded, but they do strike first in this one. We go to the bottom of the first. Sterling's offense coming up 1-0 Gateway. One nothing Gateway as we are ready to get started here in the bottom half of the first. As Gateway able to score off of an RBI single from Ryan Sieber after loading up the bases on 3 walks from McVeigh. And now we'll see the Sterling offense for the first time this afternoon as they will face, as they are going to face Connor Barbado for Gateway.
And I'll tell you what, Brian, we had talked about how in the break, how Sterling was fortunate to get out of that with just 1 run with having the bases loaded. But, give credit to, after walking 2 guys, Vaughn McVeigh, for finding the strike zone and throwing the pitches he needed to throw. And also Austin Allen with the play at third, throwing over a short hopper to first. Real nice play by Anthony Gogolski at first to get out of it. And sometimes, when you make plays behind a pitcher, we talk about different things that can pick them up and help to get them in a rhythm. That could definitely be it.
Yeah, definitely lucky to just let one up on the board here early, but now they're going to try and answer back. Dean Collins leads it off for the Knights. He's batting .300 this year. So he will be the first to face Barbado. Barbado is set. Here's the pitch. That's in for a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Nothing at 1. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Dean Collins with an on-base percentage of .364, slugging about .300. He's an RBI this year.
Collins only a sophomore, second baseman.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right back to the mound. A nice catch by Barbado for the first out.
Yeah, just a pitch where it was on the outer part of the plate, and Collins did a good job hitting it where it was pitched, hit it hard, but right at Barbados.
So now that'll bring up the shortstop, Jason Camardo. He's hitting .400 on the year. On-base percentage .400, slugging .500. He's got 1 double, 1 RBI this year. 10 at-bats, 4 hits. In for a strike.
It's like Barbados is really trying to work the outer part of the plate. I know that's what the pitch he threw to Collins, which was lined back right at him.
That pitch down and away. Camardo, the shortstop for the Knights today. Here comes the pitch. Taken outside. Barbado is set. He delivers. Outside, ball 4. So it'll be first walk of the day for Barbado. First walk for Camardo today.
Yeah, not even close with those last couple pitches. And I know sometimes, you know, Brian, obviously Barbados was warming up before the game. You talk about pitchers, how they're affected by a long inning. That was a long first inning, that top of the first. You're sitting, and he's really struggling for command here early on.
Runner takes off from first. Throw to second base is in time to get him. What a throw from Green behind the dish. And that's going to be the second out of the inning.
Real nice throw. Looked like a real quick release. Got it down there in a hurry. But that's what we're going to see, I think, from Coach K. He's going to try to manufacture runs, going to play it very aggressive, really trying to get that runner into scoring position because you've got a lot of young bats in this lineup. And, you know, they, other than the Haddon Heights game, really haven't, and even I think the Paulsboro game got some runs, but other than that, haven't had a whole lot of offensive production.
2-0 to Ruiz. That's out to left, and that's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to get by and go all the way to the wall. Ruiz rounds first, digs for second. He is going to pull up there with a 2-out double.
That's one of those low liners where you got to make the decision, either I'm going to go up and try and dive and get it, or I'm just going to play the hop. And I think the left fielder really got caught in the middle, got caught in between, and definitely paid the price for it.
First double of the year for Christian Ruiz, as that's going to bring up the DH for today, Evan Miller.
Ruiz, a veteran, varsity player, one of 2 seniors in the lineup.
Breaking ball gets away for a moment. Ruiz thought about taking third, but didn't get too far back behind Green. Miller hitting .571 this year, leading the team in most offensive categories as that pitch is outside for a ball. On base percentage .625, he's slugging .571.
Yeah, having a real good start. It's good to see him benefit from the experience of playing his freshman year.
That's it high out to left. And the catch is made, and that will end the inning. So Sterling strands one in their half of the first. As we'll go to the top of the second, Gateway is up 1-0. One nothing Gateway as we go to the top half of the second. Sterling stranded a runner at scoring position in the bottom of the first, but could not score. It'll be Peter Frombach, the shortstop, leading off for Gateway in the second. First pitch is swing and a miss. McVeigh in his second inning of work. Here's the 0-1. It's grounded foul to the left.
Sure, when he went off, he had a chance to talk a little bit to Coach K, who's also the pitching coach, and just kind of, run through some things and say, hey, forget about some of the walks initially. Look at the end result. It could have been a lot worse. You only came away with one run in the inning. Kind of build on that.
Here comes the 0-2 from Vaughn McVeigh. It's in the dirt. But a good waste pitch there for McVeigh, trying to get him to chase. So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Frombach. Pops it up, and that goes foul.
Probably got that one up a little bit more than he wanted to, but Frombach didn't get to it.
Here comes the pitch from McVeigh. Inside. Count moves to 2-2.
Not a bad 1-2 pitch there.
2-2 is grounded foul. Frombach, the shortstop today for Gateway. Here is the 2-2. Chopper to third. And that one's going to get down, and Frombach will get first base. As it was Camardo who could not make the play. It was Austin Allen who was trying to go for that initial stab, but then it was Camardo who eventually got it, just went off his glove.
Yeah, it's definitely an easier play if somehow Austin Allen can get that because his momentum's going to first. It's a lot closer to throw, but either one of them were able to get it cleanly.
My guess is that'll be scored an error.
Yeah.
So this is Landon McGinnis, right fielder for today. First pitch down low. Here's the throw to second. That gets into right center field. Frombach is going to reach third. So not a very good throw there from Nate Schwartz behind the plate, and that'll give Frombach an extra base.
One of those ones where it looked like it got away from it a little bit. I think the base runner got a good jump, and sometimes, you hurry too much in that situation, and it can throw your mechanics off in the throw.
Pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Schwartz for a moment, but doesn't get too far.
Yeah, but a good job there by Nate Schwartz, getting his body in front of it, because, Brian, you know well that this backstop's very unforgiving how far back it is.
Oh, yeah, especially compared to the JV fields.
Yep.
That's a chopper above the mound out to second. Throw to first is off the glove of Gogolski. A run does score, so it's going to be an RBI for McGinnis.
And it looked like Gogolski lost that in the sun. I mean, it was just lost it, but it was right in that spot where the sun is. That's an unfortunate one right there.
So that makes it 2-0 Gateway. Another error for the Knights. They've been struggling with those this year. Here is Dylan Cruitt, the center fielder. He takes a strike. Pitch is outside. We're just tuning in, 2-0 Gateway here in the top half of the second. McGinnis at first. Pitch is down low. Pitch from McVeigh is in for a strike.
This is where if you're McVeigh, you just got to keep battling. You got a couple errors behind you in the field.
That's out to right for Clark. He'll track it down. And I think if you know Channel 19 pretty well, you might recognize that right fielder for Sterling. That is fellow Channel 19 announcer Jake Clark, who made that play.
Our play-by-play / color analyst / post-game interviewer. Very versatile, right?
Oh, yeah. So that'll bring up the top of the order here for Zach Brodsky. First pitch is grounded out to short. This could be two. There's one. Throw on to first. Not in time. So they'll have to settle for one.
And a good job getting that lead runner.
So now 2 gone here for Sean Green. He walked in his last at bat back in the first. Pitch from McVeigh is taken high.
And this is, you really need this out right now because first off, obviously you want to limit this to just one run, but you don't want to have another long inning where you get the pitch count way up.
That's out to shallow left. That'll get down for a base hit. Brodsky will put on the brakes at second, so it's a single for Sean Green.
Not hit hard, but just found the spot. But getting back to what I was saying, Brian, because, they had a game Tuesday. They've got a game today, tomorrow against Winslow, and Saturday against Eastern. So, those 3 games in a row are really taxing on your pitching. So that's why I was saying you really kind of, want to limit the pitch count, keep that down, and get out of this inning and just kind of move forward. Get as many innings as you can out of Vaughn McVeigh.
So now here is Connor Barbado. Flew out to left his last at bat. First pitch is in for a strike. A 1. One to Barbado. Out to center. That's fairly deep. Ranging back and making the catch is Sanchez. And that will retire the side. So 1 run here in the second for Gateway as they add on to their lead. We'll go to the bottom of the second, 2-0, your score. Two nothing Gateway as we go to the bottom half of the second. Able to add on 1 more run after an RBI from Landon McGinnis.
Nice job by Tony Sanchez going back, catching probably the hardest hit ball so far in this game. And with the runners going, that could have been a lot of damage.
That's out to left field for a base hit for Schwartz. So a nice leadoff single for Schwartz puts a runner aboard for the Knights.
Good job by Nate Schwartz turning on that one.
That'll bring up Austin Allen. One of only 2 seniors on this Sterling roster. Allen showing bunt. And it'll be a step off here for Barbado. Allen still showing bunt. Gets it down. Throw on to first is in time. Schwartz will get third. Beautiful base running there from Nate Schwartz using those legs.
That's an outstanding job by Nate Schwartz, because you could see that obviously Gateway knew the sacrifice was on, came up, took their time. Schwartz sensed that and never stopped running, and really caught Gateway defensively off guard.
So here's Tony Sanchez, center fielder for the Knights. He swings and misses.
And Brian, that's an example we talked about with Coach K wanting to really be aggressive on the base paths. We saw with the Camardo being thrown out second, sometimes it's not going to work, but more often than not, if you stick with that approach, it's going to work.
That's out to third. Throw to first is in time. Schwartz will score. So it's going to be an RBI ground out for Sanchez. That'll make it 2-1. Still in favor of Gateway.
Well, there you see the byproduct of aggressive base running. Good job right there, just breaking for home. And also, nice job just getting the ball down by, that was Tony Sanchez on that one?
Yes.
Tony Sanchez.
Golski lines that one hard to first. He'll tag the bag in time, and that will end the inning. Sterling with their first run of the game, thanks to an RBI ground out from Tony Sanchez and some nice base running from Schwartz after the sacrifice bunt from Allen. We go to the top of the third here at the Castle. It is Gateway 2, the Knights 1. Top of the third, it is Gateway 2, Sterling 1. Comes the first pitch from McBay. That's going to be fouled toward the right side. We have another guy in the booth here with us. It is Mr. Schulz' son here, Jason Schulz. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, everybody. Excited to watch some baseball. What inning do we have here?
We are in the top of the third.
Top
Top
of
of
the
the
third
third.
inning.
Fly ball, shallow left center field.
Good job.
And the catch is made by Ruiz, and there's one gone.
Good job by left fielder on that one. Calling
Left
him off.
fielder. Jason, a former left fielder for Sterling.
It's very conflict fly ball.
We've had a couple errors in the infield that have hurt us a little bit, but the team's battling, playing some small ball in that last inning. And
I saw somebody grounded out, but a run came in. That was
Yep.
good.
that was a nice job. Nate Schwartz, actually, he got on and got a hit, and then they sacrificed him to second, and I'll let Brian talk.
That's roped out towards right center for Clark. He makes the grab. There's two away.
Nice catch by, and we have to always insert this, Channel 19's own Jacob
Jay
Clark.
Clark.
He's our color commentator.
He's looking
all
for a
sports.
wave. He was.
We got a
There-
wave
there
from
you
him.
go.
All
There we
right,
go.
there we go. You know, Brian, we need a walk-up song that you have to sing
Yes.
for him.
Oh, God.
Notice, you knew I was going to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I'll ask him at some point between now and our next game and to see what song he wants, and I'll sing it for him. in
You're
our
just
next
giving
broadcast.
yourself some time because you hope I forget about it, which I probably will.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that, but
You were thinking it.
Now-
You had it
now-
written all over your face.
yeah, exactly. So here is Nate Berry. He grounded into a double play in his last at bat. He swings and misses.
But getting back to what I was saying, Nate Schwartz got the hit. They sacrificed him the second with the bunt, and Gateway was really kind of lackadaisical. Schwartz sensed that and took third on
Oh,
the
nice.
yeah, really really nice play for a freshman.
Right back toward the mound. I believe.
It's
Say
like-
it was foul.
Yeah, it came off his foot, it looks like.
Barry the DH for today. Comes the pitch from McVeigh. Out to short. Nice pick there. Throw on to first. In time. Beautiful play from Camardo. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Knights.
Good inning.
Exactly what they needed there. We'll go to the bottom half of the third. Gateway still holding on with a 2-1 lead. Bottom half of the third here at the Castle. It'll be Anthony Gogolski to lead off for the Knights. They trail at 2-1 here against Gateway. It looks like we're going to need a little ball change here. Oh, that is actually Jake hitting. And he swings and misses.
We were saying before you got here, Jason, that Sterling plays today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And that quick inning right there is something they really needed because, you play 3 games in a row. It's really taxing on your pitching staff. And
Especially on the pitching staff, yeah.
yeah, they really want Vaughn McVeigh to go as far as you can.
Out towards left center field. That's hit pretty well. And that gets over the head. Clark rounds first, digs for second as that goes all the way to the wall. He'll stop there with a leadoff double.
Nice
Wait,
little
he
piece
pointed to the dugout, but he didn't point to Channel 19 out here in center field.
Oh,
That was
come
our
on,
guy?
man.
That's
that our
Channel
guy?
19's
That's
own,
our guy.
Yeah.
Jacob Clark. Wave to him.
Maybe we'll get him here.
Come on, Jake.
He's got to look
Wow.
back.
He's
Because
too,
he's got to look back to see, geez, how far did the ball go?
he's too Hollywood.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe we'll catch him when he's walking.
Let's get
Nah,
a good lead.
we don't want to have him wave to us when he's off the base and gets picked off. That wouldn't be good.
Nah, he could get more, though. Nice piece of hitting there.
Out to
Nice.
first. That gets by. Into right, a base hit. Clark will stop at third.
Nice job putting it the other way there.
Yeah, that's an outstanding.
Minimum moving the runner. Minimum.
That was Dean Collins.
That was
hitting the ball
Dean Collins.
Jason, you got to like when you see a sophomore having a sense of the situation, trying to hit the
Yeah.
ball to the right side, and he gets rewarded with a hit.
Yeah, exactly. Found a hole, too.
So this will bring up Jason Camardo. Walked in his last at bat. He's got runners out the corners with nobody out. Runner goes from first. He shows bunt.
Way to get it down.
He gets it down. The run will score. Throw to first is in time. So a nice sacrifice bunt there for Jason Camardo will tie this game up at 2.
Was that a squeeze?
Yeah.
Did he go or what?
Yeah, he had him going.
Wait, foul ball.
Oh, it fouled.
Wow.
Bummer.
All right, so good thing I didn't put that on my scorecard
Good job,
because I
Jason.
don't have anything to erase
I was
it
like,
with.
where's he walking? He's going
Brian
back
and
to
I
third.
would have used the excuse that we're way out here. It's tough to see, but
I mean,
Jason
that-
saw it, so now we can't use that excuse.
Right. Ugh.
Or I think let's just say Jason's on the mic, but he's behind the dugout.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
exactly what it
He
is.
picked it
He's
up.
like our sideline reporter. He sees everything. All right, so still 2-1 Gateway. Pitch, runner goes from first. There'll be no throw. So it's a stolen base for Dean Collins. That'll put runners at second and third.
I see the guy on third mess with the pitcher here a little bit. Third baseman's really not
Yeah,
not
Get a little
there.
Bigger lead.
Even just jump around a little bit, make him see you. Especially with 2 men in scoring position, you wanna put the pressure on as much as possible.
Yeah, and there's definitely been some things that have gone wrong for him in this inning, and sometimes if you get into a pitcher's head,
That's out to shallow right,
Good down.
and it is caught. And Clark. Oh, we got a little bit of a base running miscue. Clark will try to
down.
score. The throw is not in time. Throw to third,
He's under that. Yeah.
and he is safe at third. So that little
Running scored.
miscommunication right there actually kind of worked out in the end.
I think the right fielder kind of lost track of the runs. But in that situation, you're coming off the base. You can't really tag because you're coming off the base thinking if it drops, you want to score. And then, obviously, once you caught it, you got to run back to the bag if you want to tag up. And there was a delay, and I think Camardo was taking advantage of that, but he thought Clark was going to go. Crazy play there, but in the end, Sterling gets the run.
So it's now a 2-2 game here in the bottom half of the third. I believe this is Christian Ruiz, the batter.
Oh, good hit.
Out to left center field. That ball is going to get down. That's going to go all the way to the wall.
Oh,
And they're going to say it goes under the fence. It does. So it'll be a ground rule double, an RBI double for Ruiz. His second double of the game, and Sterling has their first lead. It's 3-2.
Real good job by Christian Ruiz, and
That's a
two
rope.
times up, really hit the ball well. And it's a good job by Sterling. Coming back offensively. And we talked about Coach K's approach with going with small ball. And it's a percentage thing. Sometimes it's not going to work out for you. You had that stolen base. The catcher threw the runner out. But the next couple things that he did with the sacrifice, Schwartz getting the extra base, hitting the ball to the right side, small ball,
And
playing
then-
it aggressively has really gotten things going offensively. Now you can see Sterling's really playing with a lot more confidence.
Evan Miller swings and misses.
yeah, and even going back to what you said, small ball until you get to your 3-hitter,
Mhm.
let him swing away.
Yep.
And he ropes it to left center. Brings in a run.
Comes the 0-1 to Miller. Breaking ball out to third. Brodsky takes a look at second. Throws out Miller for the second out.
And that's a good job by Brodsky. You know, a lot of guys will get the ball, just look to third real quick, but be nervous about throwing the ball off to first, getting there in time. He almost ran the runner back, froze him, threw it to first, got the out, and that's a big play by the third baseman, not allowing the runner to advance to third.
Absolutely.
So here is Nate Schwartz. Singled in his last at bat.
Go.
That ball gets away. Ruiz will get third easily, and he will stop there after getting close to about halfway down the third base line.
And you're conditioned here, and Jason, you can talk about this, being a base runner with that big backstop, that it's not always automatic that you're only going to get one base.
You're not even thinking about one. You're thinking about two immediately.
Yeah.
As long as if it gets past that catcher, you're thinking about the second base. You know you're getting one.
Schwartz with an RBI situation here. Chopper to third goes foul.
And to what you're saying, you could see that Ruiz, the senior, he didn't just get the third. He came around on that
rounded.
turn aggressively, kind of to just what you were saying, his mindset.
And just slammed on the brakes when he knew he had to.
Yep.
Comes the pitch to Schwartz. That's hit pretty well out towards left center field. And the ball goes out of the glove. He's going to try for third. The throw is going to be cut off. That'll get a run home for Sterling, so that'll make it 4-2 in favor of the Knights.
Probably an easier play for the center fielder.
I think so.
Yeah.
Coach K liked it that he ran it out. Made it to third on that play.
What would they rule that?
I got to call that an error.
Yeah,
Yeah.
E9.
Yeah, E9.
So this brings up Austin Allen. Out to short. Throw to first by Frambach. Gets away. Another run will score.
Right now we're getting a lesson on why you should put the ball in play.
Just going to say that. Yep.
Taking pitches, striking out, that's worst thing that you could do.
Yeah. Force the other team to make plays.
I think Coach K is loving it over there.
Yep.
So this is Tony Sanchez. Swing and a miss.
Still being aggressive at the plate. I like it.
Yep.
Chopper to third, foul.
Got to protect now. I haven't seen much off speed yet, but Nazar will come. The pitcher will come with it. Get ready for a pass ball here.
Sanchez with a ground out RBI back in the second. That scored the first run of the day for Sterling. Runner goes from first. That pitch is high. Throw on to second base is not in time.
Good call by Coach K there. He knew an off-speed pitch could possibly come and take the risk. It looked like it. I couldn't tell what the pitch was, but it did not look off-speed. But it worked out either way. I still like the gamble.
And plus, with 2 outs,
Two down.
take chances.
Get a guy in scoring position.
Fouled back. Sterling right now with a 4-run third inning. They've now made it a 5-2 lead over Gateway after Gateway had a 2-0 lead earlier
There's
in this
the
game.
breaking ball. They laid off of it. That's the first one I saw. I don't know about you guys, or at least
Inside.
noticed.
Early on, they had a few, but I think both pitchers at times have been a little wild, so they just went back to trying to throw strikes, and that's why you saw a lot of fastballs for a while.
Got to score from second here on a base hit.
Yep.
No excuses there.
Going on contact.
What do we got, a 2-2 count right now?
I believe so. Here comes the pitch from Barbado. Down and away. I believe that's ball 4.
3-2 count. Okay.
3-2.
Very nice.
So a walk there for Sanchez puts runners at first and second here for Anthony Gogolski.
And this is a team that's benefited from big innings. You know, that Haddon Heights game won 9-2 and got all 9 runs. I believe it was in the second or third inning.
Pitch way outside to Gogolski.
But it goes back to what you were saying, Jason. If you're aggressive on the bases, it can really take the pitcher's attention away from the batter and more on the base runners.
Absolutely. But right now, they got him flustered enough because they're just putting the bat on the ball.
Yeah. I think doing that on the base paths got you going. It got you back in the game till you really started swinging
It can be
well.
a momentum
It's the
thing.
little things that,
Absolutely.
little things that can get you to where you are right now.
Like Nick Castellanos, his leadoff third, on opening day.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, did
Yeah,
you notice that?
I did see that. I was actually at that game,
Likewise.
and it was it was very funny.
It was
to see.
unbelievable.
I think
have a
I think he
picture
did
in
it the
my
next
phone.
day, as well.
Yeah.
Good
If-
eye.
For anybody out there who doesn't know what we're talking about, you had you don't have the shift now, but you could still have the third baseman over towards short. So I guess he figured if the third baseman is maybe 60 feet away from the third base bag, I can take a 60-foot lead.
Which he was.
It looked like you were watching an 8 to 10-year-old game
Yeah.
where the runners take the big leads. But
And he had his third base coach watching the third baseman,
yeah,
letting him know.
when
And
we're
that'll really mess with the pitcher. You see the guy on third's basically scoring.
right. Oh yeah.
That'll mess with you.
And we were watching it, and I'm sure, Brian, you thought the same thing. Am I watching a major league game?
Exactly,
because
because you don't see that type of stuff very
No,
often. So
no.
when you see it from a guy who's like Castellanos, who's very serious, and you don't see him like smiling all that time
Yeah.
when he's on the field. When you see a guy like him doing that, that makes it even more bizarre because
Yeah.
you just don't expect it, let alone from a major league player.
Yeah, he's out there jumping around 60 feet down the line.
And he's having a pretty good year too. Well, I mean,
Good start.
Yeah,
compared to last year.
not for power, but he's putting the ball in play.
Yeah,
But getting doubles.
Yep.
We signed him for his doubles, I would say.
So bases loaded here for Clark. He swings and misses. Bases currently loaded for the Knights after the walk to Gogolski.
Did we say? You diverted and said you won't get the walk-up song until the next game, right?
Yeah, next game, not this game.
All right.
That one's
Nice
roped
hit.
down the line. It's a fair ball. That might clear the bases. Clark rounding second,
It's
and it's
passed.
going to be past the field of play. Was that gone?
He's well.
Just
I mean,
in case.
They threw their hands up, and looks like the umpires awarded it to them.
Yeah.
See how they ruled this?
Oh,
here.
yeah. He's going back to second.
Yep.
I think he just wanted to round the bases for fun.
Yeah.
He's showing off. Hollywood, right?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if you edit that, if he edits that, and they just see him run around the bases, he can just say he got a home run, right?
Yeah.
So that scored 2 runners that did not clear the bases.
What a job by Jake Clark in this game. Couple doubles, nice play in the outfield.
Yeah.
Again, we'll throw the Channel 19. He's representing the Channel 19 team very well.
Exactly. That was his second double of the inning.
Oh, that's through.
Out to short, nice play there by the shortstop. Throw on to first, nice pick, and that will finally
Good inning.
end the third inning. But Sterling with a 6-run third inning. That was probably their best inning they've had all year, as they have a commanding 7-2 lead over Gateway. We'll go to the fourth. To the top of the fourth we go. Sterling with a very good bottom of the third inning to make it a 7-2 ball game. They trailed this one early 2-0 against Gateway, but the last 2 innings for Sterling have been successful in terms of putting runs on the board.
Kudos to these guys. You know, you're coming off a drubbing of going against an outstanding Audubon team, and then you come into this game, whatever could have gone wrong went wrong in the first inning with Vaughn McVeigh, who we said usually is a pretty good control pitcher, really having trouble with command with the first couple of batters. Then they only limit him with some real nice defense to 1 run in that first inning. McVeigh kind of gets it together and really has been outstanding ever since. And defensively they made plays and they just fought back and had a real big inning. And I think that goes along with what Coach K said. Play for the next inning. Don't worry about what just happened, you know, because we're a young team. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen, and they've happened already in this season that are going to be negative. Just look ahead, focus, and build on some positives. And they've definitely done that in this game. And that's a really good thing to see early on in the season.
Here comes the pitch to Frombach. That is outside for a ball. Frombach reached on an error in his last at bat back in the second. That one's roped out towards center field for Sanchez. He tracks it down, and there's one gone.
Sterling's outfield definitely playing a little bit more shallow than Gateway's.
Yeah.
Looks like you got to earn their respect, it's looking like.
Yeah, besides one deep ball out to center, they haven't really even been hitting it that far, so.
That was right to him, really. He had to take 5 steps to his right, and he was there.
And you talk about that, Jason, as a left, and you also played, I know in Legion you played center field. Do you like playing more shallow, or do you like playing back more, or do you adjust it to?
I do
Would
like,
hitter-
at least in the beginning of the game, staying shallow. In left field, if you got a lefty up, I like moving a couple steps in. You know, they're not going to
Sure.
hit it as far.
Yeah.
Opposite field, if they do, you know, kudos.
Play the percentages.
Kudos.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
That's it pretty well out to center for Sanchez.
See, look, he didn't even have
Tracks
to.
that one down too.
Didn't have to move up or back, just right to the
Over a
side.
little bit,
Couple
yep.
10 steps. Really in a good position there.
So that'll bring up Dylan Pruitt. Flew out back in the second inning. I mean, and so far, McVeigh has done pretty well for himself. He's retired the last 6 batters.
Nice spot.
And
Nice spot.
the first inning was on Channel 19 because we said we focused on the fact that he doesn't walk anybody. I think we said he had 1 walk. So,
He had 3 walks in that inning, I believe.
well, we had before the good play by Jacob Clark.
And Jacob Clark tracks that one down for the final out
Oh,
of that
yes.
top half of the 4th.
He did something to us.
And McVeigh is really finding himself. He's retired the last 7 batters. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Sterling with a 7-2 lead. 7-2 in favor of Sterling as we go to the bottom half of the fourth. Sterling looking to add on to already their big lead. It was Gateway who struck first out to a 2-0 lead before Sterling has now scored 7 unanswered runs. That's out to second. And that one took a bad hop at the end. So it'll be a single for, that'll be a hit for Camardo.
Not to beat a dead horse, but again, Jace, you said put the ball in play,
Swinging at the
force
first
them,
pitch.
force them to make things happen.
Being aggressive. I like it. This pitcher, he's throwing strikes, so we're just, you know, putting the ball all over the place.
And that the thing about that was nice. What was nice was that he hit the ball where it was pitched, and you know there's something to be said about that. Using the whole field.
That's it pretty well. Deep out to left. Ranging back, and that one is gone!
Yes! How about that?
Way out of here. And Christian Ruiz, his third extra base hit of the afternoon, and that one leaves the yard. A 2-run shot for Ruiz, and that makes it 9-2 Sterling.
He really elevated that one.
I was going to say, really hit high. You could tell right away that had a good shot. I mean, we got a little bit of a win, but I think that was out regardless of the win.
I'll give him his credit.
That was a blast there by the senior Christian Ruiz.
So that'll bring up Evan Miller. Just joining us, 9-2 in favor of Sterling after that 2-run shot from Christian Ruiz. And I'm sure all smiles going on right now in that Sterling dugout as that pitch kind of gets away.
Where does Gateway warm their pitchers up? Do they warm up over here still? They should probably.
I think so. I think they still have them that one mound over there behind the Sterling dugout or down the left field line is for both teams.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
So that's a ground out there for Evan Miller for the second out. That'll bring up Nate Schwartz. He's got a single and an RBI today. And that pitch hits him. And Schwartz will be granted first base. So that'll bring up Austin Allen. Had that sacrifice bunt back in the second. He's also got an RBI today. Just taken low and outside.
Outfielders for Gateway definitely playing much deeper than for Sterling.
Yeah. And to what you were saying, you know, you had Ruiz with the double in the gap, Clark, and what you said justified them moving back by what just happened with Ruiz hitting the shot to left field.
Pitch is high.
Ruiz just a hot hitter right now, and one of those guys that I think, you know, if I'm a pitcher, I don't know if I'm going to get anything middle in. Everything I think I would go low and away.
Definitely not moving forward.
And yeah, because when he has the ability to turn on a ball, you saw what just happened.
It's a weak chopper to third,
Foul ball.
and it goes foul.
That's who we're hearing. We're hearing the outfielders.
I thought it was
behind us.
That's what I was thinking too, but
They are talking a lot. Do you ever remember talk? Maybe if there's a change in pitchers, you'd come over and talk. But
yeah,
like
that's what I would do too.
No,
in between pitches, yelling.
absolutely I would.
I'm literally just sitting there.
Me and Joe Romano
Oh, okay.
got
All right.
close because we were that far away.
Runner goes from first, throw on to second base. Is in time.
Nice throw there.
That's a real good throw.
Right where it needed to be.
You didn't even have to move the glove for the tag. It was
No
right
work. No work for the second
there.
baseman there. Really a perfect throw.
The second out of the bottom half of the fourth.
And that catcher's had a couple. I think one other time earlier in the game had a real nice throw to second. Get the guy out at second.
There's a breaking ball.
One popped up. And the catch is made. And that will end the inning. Sterling adds 2 more to their already commanding lead thanks to a 2-run shot from Christian Ruiz. We'll go to the top of the 5th. It's Sterling 9, Gateway 2. All right, so we are here in the top half of the 5th. Sterling with a 9-2 lead over Gateway. They were able to add 2 more to their lead thanks to a 2-run home run from Christian Ruiz. The first home run, I believe, of the season for the Knights. As right now they are just cruising right along after being down 2-0 early.
Could we call that a majestic home run, Brian, since it was high?
I would say so. Well, I think it was not only it was high and deep, but the left fielder ran through the fence to try and track it down. So I think just that alone makes it a majestic home run.
Majestic.
Left fielder was like 15 feet past the fence when he stood up. Looks like there's still some damage over there.
Should we get his name and address and send him the bill for a fence repair?
We already have his name. I think it's
We
just
have the name.
an
We gotta get
address
the
that we
address.
gotta find.
We'll track him down.
And what do we take? Did we take Venmo here, or can we
I think we can take
just
anything.
send a bill,
really.
a check?
I would say a check. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. A little
Okay.
bit.
Does anybody pay by check anymore? Or?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like for
Here and
school
there.
payments, I have to
I
pay
guess,
by check.
yeah, that's true. But so many things I used to pay by check for now. It's just debit
Swipe or
card,
tap.
Like for prom,
bank
for example.
account. Yeah.
The taps are weird nowadays. You know, when you just tap your card on the card reader?
Mm-hmm.
That feels weird doing that.
I've talked to a lot of adults. Like my mom didn't know that she could do that until she had to pay for my tux for prom.
I didn't know
And,
that either.
and it was the same thing for my mom's for my friend's mom too. She didn't know either. So still a little bit of a foreign concept.
Yeah. I almost don't like it. You know?
It seems just
Disingenuous. Almost.
yeah. I just feel like either inserting or swiping is just
It's too easy
It's
now.
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
easy.
Like you might tap it twice and they might
Soon-
charge you twice. I'd be worried about something like that.
Soon it's going to be you just say, okay, pay for it, and then it's paid for.
You get like cough or something.
Yeah.
And they
You accidentally spend $1,000.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
the reader reads your cough.
Mm-hmm.
so that's a leadoff single for Zach Brodsky, his first hit of the game. That'll bring up Sean Green. He's singled and walked so far. That was actually the first hit since the second inning for Gateway.
Yeah, credit to Vaughn there. Vaughn McVeigh, right?
Yep.
What do you retire? 7 straight? 8 straight?
7 straight.
7 straight. That's an impressive thing to do at any level.
Yep.
That one's out to right. Clark coming in, he makes the grab. Tried to throw back to first. It gets away. That's going to get to the backstop. Brodsky will take second base. And he'll stop there.
And getting back to Vaughn McVeigh, you know, we talked about, you know, having a rough start, walking a couple batters, and, you know, we're not up close, but from behind, you can still read body language. And I thought his body language in that first inning was outstanding. He didn't get rattled, just was about to get the next pitcher. And you guys know, you've seen baseball, played baseball. Sometimes pitchers get angry, show up their fielders. You didn't see any of that from Vaughn McVeigh.
That's impressive.
Yep.
That's out to third for
Cover third,
Allen.
cover
Takes a
third.
peek. Throw to first is in time.
And I, you know, really impressive from any pitcher, let alone a sophomore, who's only into his second varsity start. And, you know, they talk about composure, and probably a pitcher needs that as much as anyone else.
And another thing, like you said, there's a little bit of added pressure today, knowing that you got 3 games in a row, is it?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
he knows he's got to get in there and go as long as he can.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and if I'm Sterling right now, especially with what they've been able to do offensively, I want to end this game in the bottom of this inning.
That's lined out to right. That's going to get down. Get all the way to the wall. Brodsky will score. It's an RBI double for Tony Tacanelli.
You got to relax over there, Mr. Schultz.
I know. See, there I go again.
It's talking about a 10-run rule, and then they score.
That runs on me.
It's all
Absolutely.
good.
I'm gonna be in the bottom of the
I'll-
pitchers. That ERA, that earned run is on me.
I'll let you slide on this
I got to
one.
apologize to Vaughn for that one.
Good spot.
In for a strike to
Couple
Ryan
times now
Sieber.
he's painted the corner.
Sieber is an RBI single as well as a fly out to this point. That is into right field, a base hit. And that's going to get all the way to the wall as it's under Clark's glove. A run will score. Sieber will pull into second. Back-to-back RBI doubles here for Gateway, and it's now a 9-4 game.
Trying to pitch away on that left-handed hitter in the previous pitches. Looked like that one just got.
Looks like a breaking ball that started out, and came back in. The batter saw it the whole way.
Got a little bit too much of the plate. And that's that backdoor breaking ball that you want to paint the corner with.
Exactly.
And, you know, that one
Either that
came a
or
little in
make
more.
it a ball. Almost you want to aim for the back foot of the hitter.
Keep the ball down.
Exactly. Because he's looking, okay, this is right down the middle, breaks last second. He's swinging, and it's bouncing right next to his left foot.
Yeah.
You know.
Bad, tough pitch to hit. You're not going to get a good swing on it.
So here is Nate Berry, the designated hitter.
2 down or 1?
2 down. He's grounded out twice to this point. He's got a runner in scoring position with 2 gone here in the top half of the 5th.
Good
For a
pitch right
strike.
there.
Yeah, another one. Like I said, really, he's fine in the corner. On the righties and the lefties.
Out to second. Nice play. Throw on to first is in plenty of time. And that will retire the side. Gateway adds 2 with back-to-back RBI doubles for Tacanelli and Sieber. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Sterling leads it 9-4. the bottom of the fifth we go. Sterling with a 9-4 lead over Gateway. It's Tony Sanchez who leads off for the Knights. Sanchez with a ground out RBI as well as a walk. First pitch is down and away.
Sanchez, and you know, this is a younger team, but Sanchez and Ruiz are two of the veterans on this team that have seen significant varsity playing time, starters coming from last year's team. And you know, obviously we've seen what Ruiz been able to do today. Sanchez doing a real nice job in center. I know, you know, Gateway was threatening, Brian, if you remember, that fly ball to center field that really was probably Gateway's hardest hit ball. Tony Sanchez did a real good job getting back on it and getting to it. They had a couple runners on base at that point too. And you think about that now, that could be the difference between, instead of a 9-4 game, you're talking about a 9-6 game.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Lead off walk for Sanchez.
Do we have a pitch count? Or
Ooh, I don't
We
know
don't have
about
it here.
I don't know.
I can tell
we
you
do
this
not have
guy's
a pitch
definitely up there.
Yeah. You know what? But we do have a
Game-
phone.
Game
Hopefully
Changer?
Mr. Farr.
Oh, he's definitely on Game Changer.
He's on Game Changer, but hopefully, I don't have that, but I'm going to see if I can.
So here's Anthony Gogolski. He sends that one hit pretty well, deep out to right. In foul grounds, the catch is made. And Sanchez, I don't think was paying attention very much because the right fielder McGinnis was all the way out towards the batting cage out in foul ground. That's pretty deep.
Yeah. You've got a tag on that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always big on, and even if the first baseman's going to get a ball and you're on second, if he's going back and it's a foul ball, no reason to come off the bag. Just stay on the bag, go to third in that situation. Obviously, Sanchez is at first, and he's going to try and make it up here, and he does by getting the second.
Yeah.
Kinda
Nice
covering
stolen base
himself
there
there.
for Sanchez. He's got some speed to him. I actually played both with and against Sanchez, so I
Okay.
kind of know what he's capable of. He's a very good ball player. He can hit the ball pretty hard if he gets a hold of one, and he's obviously got that great speed.
Coach
I'm-
K definitely wanted that base there.
Yeah.
He was jumping around when he wasn't tagging up. That would be a coaching point out in left field after the game.
Yeah.
Clark 2 for 2 on the day with 2 doubles.
And I know Tony's a baseball guy, probably as mad at himself as much as anybody. And you could see his intensity going to second base. He wanted to make up not getting that base and getting it
good.
there.
What grade's he in?
Tony is a junior,
Okay.
so he was a starter as a sophomore. I believe hit over 300. Was probably their best hitter last year.
So Clark goes down swinging. That's the first strikeout of the game for either team. There's 2 gone here in the 5th.
Let's get a run in here. A little base hit. We're at the top of the lineup coming up here, right?
Yep, this is
Good eye.
in for a strike for Dean Collins.
I want to see Christian Ruiz come up again. See if we can get him up in this inning.
Got a runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Sterling with a 9-4 lead. Ropes that one, and it's
Oh,
out to third, and they're going to tag the runner. As that will end the inning. So Sterling leaves 1 on the bases as we go to the top half of the 6th. It's 9-4 in favor of Sterling.
but so true.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here in the top half of the 6th. It's a 9-4 Sterling lead. It's Nathan Berry who leads off and takes a hack and fouls it back. Look at me with my Dr. Seuss rhymes.
I know I saw somebody warming up for Sterling earlier. We still got
It's still
McVeigh,
McVeigh
right?
on the mound, yes.
Okay. We got somebody running behind the catcher while he's pitching. What's that all about? I wouldn't like that.
So far, McVeigh,
Oh, wow.
he's kind of found himself. He's given up 2 runs, 5 hits. I believe he has 4 walks. Something close to that.
It's a decent. It's a good outing. for
Very
real.
good. Well, like we said, I mean, I think coming into this game, he only had 1 walk, Brian,
He had 0,
or 0 walks coming in this game. Okay, which is impressive.
but he'd also given up 9 hits, but only 2 runs.
That's good.
It's out to first for Gogolski. That gets off his glove. Throw to first is not in time. So it'll be a leadoff single for Berry.
I like double plays better though. You know.
Got the
Let's see one here.
that's what.
Because he's been rolling some ground balls pitching. Now.
Yeah, and they said, in the first, what Brian might have alluded to a little bit ago, that first game against Haddon Heights, scattered 9 hits, but gave up ground balls.
Here we go.
And
Chopper toward the mound. There's one. Throw to first.
Oh,
Not
come
in
on.
time.
oh, man,
I don't like that call.
That's a close one right there. Sterling's just going to have to settle for the 1 out.
we need the Channel 19 instant replay. Well, Jason, you were calling for the double play ball. Got
Hey,
a good
he was going to do it
opportunity.
himself too.
Yep.
And he knew where to go with the ball there. That's
Yeah.
That's not always easy to do as a pitcher when you got a million other things to worry about.
Yeah,
you
true.
know?
True. A younger pitcher, he was thinking not only, how am I going to approach this hitter, but what's the situation behind me?
Ball comes to me. What am I doing?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, really, and
And he knew.
that's what you tell every kid who plays the game. Think about what you're going to do, and you know this, Brian, before the ball gets there.
Pitch is down and away to Landon McGinnis.
Look at the situation, before each pitch, and just be ready to react. At that point, you shouldn't be thinking. You've already thought it out in your head.
And even right now, we still can go for a double play here. So hopefully all the infielders are thinking that. Get back.
Tried
Okay.
to throw down the first, and now we got a bit of a rundown. And Gogolski trying to chase him down. That's back to Camardo, and he's got him.
Well done. Well done.
Yep, definitely.
Beautiful job by the Sterling infield.
Not a lot of throws. Got him going back to the previous base.
Back and forth, closing ground with each throw. Very nice.
Yep.
Team
Good
effort
job.
there.
So now it's two down here for McGinnis.
And you had the left fielder coming in to get involved too. I
That
like that.
Rights the wrong of the possible missed call at first base. We're not sure.
I'm
in
sure.
our opinion, we think, but other than that, a pretty well umped game throughout to this point.
That one out foul territory for Gogolski.
Oh,
He
nice.
tracks it down. And that will retire the side. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. Sterling leads this one 9-4. All right, bottom half of the 6th. Sterling leads Gateway 9-4. It's Camardo who leads off, and that first pitch is taken outside for a ball.
We're pretty sure this is it for Vaughn McVeigh because they have Dean Collins warming up on the side. Now, it could be it, or they could give McVeigh a chance to finish things out with a short leash based on how many pitches he has.
I always like going that route,
Yeah, just if you get
especially
a run
when you got 3 games in a row.
Yep.
See how many outs you can squeeze. You know.
Nice play by Coach K in the third base coach's box.
His new position this year.
Yeah, he's usually the first base guy.
To Camardo is taken high and inside.
The only thing I think that would keep them away from trying that is if he's got if he's like at
His pitch
90
count, yep.
pitches, because I don't know if that's if he's at that point. But he threw a lot of pitches in that first inning, Brian. So
He did,
you
yeah,
never
because
know.
he had 8 straight balls before he threw his first strike. So
But other than that, he's been letting the guys hit the ball and letting his fielders make plays, which lowers your pitch count. You know,
Yeah,
you're not getting
true.
strikeouts or walks.
That's a good point. You're having 2 pitch
Exactly.
at
Short
bats
at
to
bats,
pitchers.
letting them get the ball.
To
play.
hitters.
So here's Ruiz. He's been I would say the hottest hitter for Sterling today. 2
Yeah.
doubles and a 2-run shot.
He can sit on one here. No outs.
Camardo at first.
Good eye. Being patient up there,
Yeah.
even after the home run.
Right. Sometimes you might be a little
Trigger happy.
over anxious. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I would hate that.
Yeah.
That's worst case scenario.
Yeah. You
I'd rather get some swings in after a home run.
a guy who's, as you guys don't remember Richie Ashburn, but he used to use the term hitterish, looks hitterish, feeling hitterish. You don't want to not have a chance
Yeah,
to
exactly.
get a swing at the ball.
So here is Evan Miller. He's got runners at first and second with nobody out. Pitches high and outside. Miller 0 for 3 today, 2 ground outs and a fly out.
Miller, a guy with some pop. You know, you don't want to miss middle end with him. He can turn on it.
He looks like a pretty tall guy. How tall is
Big-
he?
yeah, he got a lot taller this year. I know. I had him in my class last year as a freshman, but
Oh,
he
he's
was
a sophomore.
he was big then. Yeah, but he looks like he's really gotten a couple inches taller, definitely.
Batting in the cleanup spot your sophomore year, that'll be good for you moving forward.
No doubt.
Not only with confidence, but experience.
Sure.
All that.
Pitch to Miller. That one's cranked out towards. That's actually popped up out to second. Catch is made by Tacanelli.
Pulled his head away there.
Yeah. It's just
He saw it.
He
He
got
knew
on
it was a good pitch, which it was, but just pulled his head away last second. Barely missed it.
So that'll bring up Nate Schwartz. Here with 2 runners on and 1 away. He's singled. He's got an RBI, and he's also been hit by a pitch. Out to third. That gets through into left field, a base hit. The throw to third. A run will score. Sterling adds 1 more. It's now 10-4.
second hit of the game for Nate Schwartz, the freshman. Hits are great, but again, one of the more impressive things I've seen, and the hits are impressive for a freshman. We talked about it, the way he ran the bases, the way he took that extra base. And I think Coach K likes to see stuff like that because he's trying to build some type of a culture.
There we go. Look home.
That one gets away.
Pitcher's
and
not even. He's jogging.
each runner will advance a base. So now 2 runners in scoring position here for Austin Allen.
And when you you're trying to build a culture of aggressiveness on the bases, it's great to see a freshman buy into that and do what he was able to do. And that was a point of the game where I believe, Brian, was it a 2-1 game? It was a tight game.
It was a 2-1 game, I believe. That pitch down low.
Nate Schwartz, freshman, you're saying?
Nate Schwartz is the freshman catcher.
Allen, one of only 2 seniors on the team. That's out to third. Throw to first is in time. Throw to third.
Oh,
Nice backup there. The run will score. So it's an RBI ground out for Allen. Makes it 11-4.
some more good base running there.
Yep.
You know, third guy on third. Not sure who exactly it was, but he saw it all the way. Put his head down, got going.
Yep.
And that was Nate Schwartz
Nate
at
Schwartz
second.
again.
He's halfway down the line. Third baseman didn't even give him a look. He knew as soon as he threw, he was at third.
No doubt.
Very nice.
So here is Tony Sanchez. He's got an RBI and 2 walks today. He's got a runner at third. Sterling's already added 2 to their lead.
Really playing well as a team here today.
They are. Handling the adversity of what happened in those first couple innings.
Maybe it was me.
Yeah, you did. You brought him good luck.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what inning did you come in? The third inning?
I think I jumped over the fence in the third inning, and I was ready to go.
That's really. That's
You
really,
weren't Taking a shot at Brian.
kicked it into gear.
If you guys don't know,
No, I was
Brian,
taking a shot at you.
Brian hit his foot on the fence over there.
I did. That's
Are
when
you
I
mad
was.
that I brought that up?
No.
I just saw
actually-
the opportunity. I couldn't hold back.
I mean, hey, that's fine. But like, yeah, it was not a proud moment for me. You should have seen me though, because after we set up, we had to get. It was me and Ben, who isn't here today. It's actually Jensen doing camera. We had to take the tarp off of the mound, and we took the sandbags off and everything. We folded the tarp and put it near the dugout and everything. And we were done doing that. We were gonna go get the table to set all this stuff up over here. And I was running to right field, decided to try and jump over the fence, caught my foot on the netting, and fell down. There's no one at third. That ball gets away. A run will score. 2 runs have scored
Still nobody at third.
at this play. And oh my goodness, I have no idea what just happened there, but 2 runs score for Sterling.
that was you heard of a breakdown? Not a double, but like a triple breakdown
Yeah.
on 3 successive occasions.
So that makes it 13-4 Sterling.
I think we're looking at a walk-off situation here.
But they helped Brian out. They took the focus off his fence story.
Yeah, but that also took the focus off of me and the score sheet, because I don't know what to put on that score sheet, but
I
all
would
I know is
say-
that it's 13-4.
Okay.
I think.
Go.
What happened to Tony? Did he walk?
Tony scored.
Well, I know Tony scored, but I don't know how he got on base.
Let me see if I got somebody watching it. See if I can ask them. I'll ask them what happened.
Okay. Our viewers
Hopefully
are always
they
a
get
help.
back. They get back to me.
Because
in
I
a
know
second.
Jake's coming up to the plate.
I-
I know Gogo was I think that was an error.
Yeah, definitely an error. Oh, sorry, I'm moving your.
But he's on third right now, so.
But that was Brian. That's an experience for your broadcasting career moving forward. Because if at that point 11-4 game, you're always going to go to stories and telling stories at that point.
Uh-huh.
You're not as focused on each pitch. But
I haven't gotten to that let's say Scott Fransky level yet.
You'll get
Still
there.
gotta
you're getting there.
You got a good start. I'll say that.
thank
Well,
you.
At
I
least
will
with the
s-
voice. The voice
bro-
is good.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. And broadcasting wise, well, let's go to the pitch here. We've got our best group of student broadcasters that we've ever had, with Brian and Jake, our right fielder, just do an outstanding job.
speaking of Jake Clark, he
That's
ropes
coming
that
off.
one out towards straightaway left center field. Catch is made by Pruitt, and that will end the inning.
All right, now I got to go back over the fence. So pressure's on for me. I'll let you guys know how it goes.
All right, please do not pull a me.
Yeah.
But that will wrap up the 6th. We're going to go to the top of the 7th, last chance for Gateway. It is 13-4. (13-4) in favor of Sterling as we are ready to start this top half of the 7th. Last chance for Gateway. And it's pretty much, they're pretty much going to need a miracle and a half if they want to cut down this deficit and send this to the bottom of the 7th, but that would require a lot of work.
Vaughn McVeigh coming back out here. You know, we saw Dean Collins warming up, and we weren't sure if they were going to just put Collins out there or they give McVeigh a chance, and it looks like they're going to do that. You know, if he struggles a little bit, Collins is waiting right there. But man, if Vaughn McVeigh, I mean, just the fact that he's gone this long is such a boost to this team.
Oh yeah, because he had a very
3-game stretch.
He had a very high pitch count, I would say, in that first inning. But then after that, he kind of settled down. He had 3 walks in that first inning, and then he only got 1 walk the rest of the outing up to this point. So,
yeah, just an impressive performance.
all right, so never mind. That's now his 5th walk of the game. It's a leadoff walk for Dylan Pruitt.
And that looks like that's what Coach K is going to do. Give him a shot, and anybody gets on, he's going to bring in Dean Collins. I know Dean Collins was warming up. So that's just a real nice job by Vaughn McVeigh as Collins comes in relief.
All right, so that will do it there for Vaughn McVeigh. He allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, no strikeouts, 5 walks on the afternoon. A pretty good outing.
No doubt, no doubt. And again, I know we keep saying it, but very impressive how he battled through some first inning adversity for a sophomore. So that's, you know, one of your staples in the pitching staff moving forward. And Coach K's really got to be happy.
Oh
with
yeah, for sure.
These first 2 performances from Vaughn McVeigh as a sophomore. And we're hoping figuring Dean Collins can close things out. Brian, we said our players of the game, you gotta have Vaughn McVeigh on, right?
Oh yeah,
And-
definitely have to have Vaughn McVeigh. I would say Christian Ruiz
and our own
and our own Jake Clark.
Jake
I
Clark.
think that would be the good trio, as well as Coach K, obviously.
Coach K. Yeah.
Those 3 guys have definitely, if Sterling can close this one out, get these final 3 outs, then it would be a big win for Sterling after a couple rough games to start this season. Obviously 1-4, looking to be 2-4.
Yeah, just a big confidence boost.
And especially going into these next 2 games, because they have a game, I believe, tomorrow and Saturday, as you said. So
Yeah. This is such a boost in so many ways. You talked about the confidence part. We've talked multiple times about saving your pitchers so you have something over for the Winslow game and the Winslow game tomorrow, Eastern game on Saturday.
All right, so it'll be Zach Brodsky up to the plate. He's got Dylan Pruitt at first with nobody out. Throw back to first is late by Dean Collins. First pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0.
You know what? I'm wondering this. I wonder how quick. I'll wait for this pitch.
Out to center field for Sanchez. Tracks it down, and there's one gone.
Sanchez has had a nice day out there.
He's pretty good out in center field today. He's tracked the balls very well.
Really done a good job. It's a veteran outfielder there. How quick do you think Coach K will get out here? Because you and me know he's very, very strict about getting the coaches out here as quick as possible.
That is very true.
Is he going to follow his own
I
way of thinking, way of doing things?
I don't know, because I know he likes to give a. Well, I would hope that with this hopeful big win for Sterling, he wouldn't have to give too much of a talk, and he'd probably save it for Senior K and Farr and all those guys on the coaching staff. So maybe he will come out here quicker.
Sometimes he even wants them before the talk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how if he'll follow it, but we'll see.
Shake hands and then a full wind sprint out here, you think? You think he'll do that?
Maybe. We'll have to give him his own walk-up song too, you know?
Do we have a stopwatch? Maybe we'll time them from the end of the game, see how long it takes them to get out here.
We could. I can pull up.
Do you put it on stopwatch?
I'll pull it up on my phone. Once these last 2 outs happen, I'll start timing them.
And he's got to get the over on to tell him. We'll come up with see how close he can come to getting how long it took him.
Yeah.
Do we go closest without going over, like the Price is Right? Or how do we do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
That works. Brodsky fouls that one off, fights it off. Still 2 strikes on him now. He's got a runner at first with 1 gone. That one gets into left field, a base hit. Ruiz able to track it down.
Collins looks like a guy that just comes out, throws strikes. Just let him hit it. Fielders make the plays.
It's in for a strike to Tacanelli. That one out to first, tags the bag, and that will do it. So Sterling, from the looks of it, as that will wrap things up. Sterling with a commanding win over Gateway, 13-4, and Jensen has already started the stopwatch.
Okay.
So we'll see how long it takes Kay and the boys to get out here. Sterling with a 13-4 win. We'll be back with a post-game show. Schulz with the post-game interviews. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Sterling with a 13-4 win over Gateway. As well, I'm going to send it over to Schulz for the post-game show. Take it away.
Back here, talking to Channel 19's own Jacob Clark. Jacob, great job today. And sitting out there in right field, obviously a little bit of a tough first inning. What was going through your guys' mind when you guys got down a little bit early?
We had to wake up and want it more. We came out flat, and it really showed in those first couple innings. But then we got the bats rolling and sort of had a little moment out in front of the dugout, a little pep talk, and we figured it out and put some runs up on the board.
You talk about getting the bats rolling. You got yours going. First year as a starting varsity player. Talk about your at bat and your hits and getting a couple doubles.
Well, I was down in the 9-hole today, so I expected a lot more fastballs than I was used to, and I was able to jump on them. Was pretty good with the pitcher's velocity and just put them in gaps where the fielders couldn't make any plays.
Are you starting to get a comfort zone of playing at the varsity level, both in the field, because you made a couple nice plays in the field, and at the plate?
Well, the game that I had against Audubon was not a good game, so I really just had to put that out of the memory system and really just come out here today and compete. And those two catches were really a boost to my confidence. So it was good for me just to get those under the belt, those first couple in right field.
Well, you had a great game. We only have one critique. When you had the double, you didn't acknowledge the bullpen, the Channel 19 guys out here. Is that something you're going to work on?
Well, I do it for the guys in the dugout.
And they should be first.
Those are my guys. I got you guys when I had the catch in right field, so I made sure to show some love to the booth and all you guys do over here. So okay. I'll work on it. I'm making sure I take care of the guys in the dugout first, though.
That's fine. But we appreciate you thinking about us with the catch and everything. Jacob, great job, man. Hopefully have you on here more. And hey, best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, Mr. Schulz. Great. Thank you, guys.
Okay. And we have Vaughn McVeigh in here. Vaughn, hey. Terrific job out there. What was going through your mind? Obviously, in the first inning, just didn't seem like with the first couple hitters you were really in a rhythm. What was going on out there?
I guess it just kind of got to me in my head, and after I found it, I just started touching my teammates more, and they made the plays behind me. So,
and I think what was impressive about that's going to happen to every pitcher. We were impressed about your composure. You didn't look rattled. You can read body language from we were 300 feet away. Your body language was very good. Is that something you've always been good at, just being settled, slowing things down a little bit?
Yeah, that's just the way I was taught to be. Don't show emotion on the field because it messes up everyone. And so I'm just trying to stay as composed as I can.
And the offense got going. Some small ball initially, then the bats got going. How good does that feel as a pitcher, knowing you kind of have some margin for error going back out there?
It feels amazing watching your teammates run and get hits, and when you go out there, you have so much room to make error. So it's you're playing less scared than before.
Was there a pitch that you had that was working for you any more than any other pitch?
Yeah, definitely my fastball today. My other pitches weren't really there today, but just worked on it.
And were there any adjustments you made along the way?
Yeah, I moved on the mound a couple of times to the lefties because I was missing outside. So I just slid over, and it wasn't really working that much, but I tried.
That's a good thing as a young pitcher, being able to do that. Vaughn, great job today, and hey, best of luck the rest of the way, pal. Okay, thanks for coming on with us. Congrats. And Christian, after the home run, he's got to show the pipes here, right?
Yeah.
Got to show the pipes. Wow, I don't think it was a surprise. You really hit the ball a ton on that home run, but wasn't surprised because you look confident in the previous at bats. Talk about your approach and what led up to that home run.
So last year I was a little shaky with my approaches, so I've tried to be a little more confident, have a way better approach, think where I want to put the ball at, and just try to be a little more aggressive than what I was last year. So that's just what I've been working on, swinging out a couple more pitches and try and rip them.
Yeah, and in seeing you from last year to this year, I think you nailed it. When looking at you, you look way more aggressive, hitting the doubles. Really, it looks like you're really trying to attack the ball. Is that what we're looking at?
Yeah. It was just last year I just taking too many pitches, and I really worked on my swing over the offseason and really tried to build more confidence at the plate, and it's been working. So
that's good. Seeing the ball a lot better.
Yeah, way better.
And you've got an opportunity, obviously, with the win here today, to kind of right the ship a little bit. Is it about just taking things one game at a time this year?
Yeah, we've had a couple of shaky games, so I'm just what I've been trying to get the team to do, just leave games behind and move on to the next, and that's what we're gonna do right after this game.
Yeah. Is your job just to instill confidence in the younger players?
Yeah, we have a really young team, so I'm trying to build a little bit of confidence up, try and get them ready for not only this year but next year when I won't even be here. So
Something to hang your hat on if you come back and watch them play, see what it's turned into.
yeah. You're a real young team, so hoping for a couple more of these W's and see how the season goes.
Would be good. It was fun today, and hey, Christian, great job, especially with the home run. Gave us a lot to look at there, and thanks for coming on with us, and congrats, pal.
Yep, thank you. Have a good one.
Okay, you too. Thanks. And we're waiting on Mr. K. We have the stopwatch going right here, right? What's that? Yeah, no problem. And if one of you guys could you get Mr. K to come on? Christian, can you get Coach K to come on? Yeah, he's getting them. So, well, I don't know if you want to stop it or you want to just keep hanging. You and I will talk.
All right, so got those post-game interviews done. Again, Sterling with a 13-4 win as we're waiting for Coach K to come on the broadcast. I wasn't expecting him to take this long. He's approaching 9 minutes. Oh, here he comes. He's jogging in like he's from the bullpen. Oh, my goodness. Look at him go.
Now we got to stop it right when he gets to.
Right when he gets to your spot, we'll stop it.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be funny. All right, 3, 2.
Coach K, we won't even let you catch your breath. Nice job.
Thanks, man.
Nice job out there. A little bit of a rough start. Talk about what you said to the team after that first inning.
It was tough, Kevin, because the last couple games, that's the way we've been playing. The whole game has gone like that, where we just can't finish a defensive inning. I just said, guys, we practice it. You know what to do. Play with some confidence. And we got a little help from the other team, and then the confidence started coming in out of nowhere, and then we started doing what we needed to do.
And I think one thing that spurred you guys on, obviously getting Vaughn McVay, talking to him, getting himself together. You made a couple plays defensively. Talk about your preaching and the culture you want to build of small ball on the bases and how that kind of got things going.
It's funny you say that, because I was just going to say, well, we're not a team that's going to hit a home run, but we hit a home run today. So Christian did a great job with that. But in general, it's been a couple years, Kevin, since we've hit a home run. So that's why you'll see us. We'll move a lot on the bases. We'll get guys in motion. We'll try hit and runs. We'll try some steals. We actually try to suicide, hit, steal with the same thing on, just to get the kids in motion, to make some things happen. So we have to make things happen. When we hit, we tend to be very streaky. Every time we hit, we put a couple good innings together, but then kind of like the Phillies are doing. Then you have 3 or 4 innings where nothing happens. So in general, it's just telling the kids you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself, and then it worked out today.
You've got 3 games in a row. Obviously, that's taxing on your pitching staff. Talk about the importance of what Vaughn McVay was able to do today and going as long as he did, saving pitching for your next 2 games.
I mean, it's so important. The coaching staff and myself, we can spend an hour or 2 trying to figure out who's going to pitch what game and where. And it's great when Vaughn can come in. And the first inning is not normally what Vaughn does. I think he walked the bases loaded. He's usually a very good control pitcher, but he got over it. Once we got through the first inning, he did what he had to do. And when you look at him, he's not flashy. He's not overpowering, but he changes speeds enough that it keeps the batters off balance. And high school ball is about, as a pitcher, throwing strikes and having the defense make the plays. And that's what we did once we got through the first inning.
Yeah, he did a lot. I know you told me about the Haddon Heights game, and the type of pitcher that you told me he was today. Yeah. And one last thing before we let you go. Obviously, Brian and I always get hammered by you about getting the coach over here as quick as possible. So what we did was we put the stopwatch from the end of the game to see how long it took you to get over there. And we got Ben over here. You've got to guess how long.
So I got here?
How long? And we'll even ask Ben here.
I'm going to say
Okay,
it took me 13 minutes. 13
No.
minutes.
Less. Let Ben guess. Let Ben guess.
How long did it take by the time the game was over?
Remember, who was more on everybody about getting the coach over as quick as possible, right? Okay.
20 minutes.
Okay.
Went over.
No. The answer is 9 minutes and 11 seconds.
He was better than we thought. See, he did the high one. Now if it goes down, it makes.
Yeah, we didn't even we didn't even take a guess.
Yeah.
Like before, like
Sterling Lacrosse beat Holy Cross. Yeah, Holy Cross. 7-0. First shutout. I got pizza. That's the important part.
oh, he's got the whole pie.
No.
This is ironic because we always end the game with Ben, and somehow we got Ben over here, right?
I came back.
Coach, congrats and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
You got it.
We're going to close it out here with Ben, the pizza, everybody else, Brian, coming out, helping out, and great job. We'll see you next time on Channel 19, probably one day next week.
All right, we'll see you guys. Go Knights.